What's good, everybody? It's your boy JCG. Welcome back to the lounge. Alright, so quick video for today. I want to discuss something that's been on my mind for a minute. Ever since the conclusion of Mortal Kombat 1, everybody has been on edge as to what NetherRealm Studios is going to work next. And during this whole WB buyout situation, the future of NRS as a development company, as well as the Mortal Kombat and Injustice franchises, has been up in the air. Long story short, if you've been living under a rock, Warner Brothers has been purchased by Netflix. Now, the purchase didn't go through. There still needs to be some other factors involved in order for that buyout to take place. But that's a story for another time. Right now, there's something that I've heard rumors about lately. Apparently, and this is still all just rumors, NRS is probably prepping to go back to Injustice and finally make a third installment in that fighting game series. Where did all of this come from, you ask? Well, according to some folks, the voice actors themselves have been nonchalantly saying whispers about it to some fans. Or so we've heard. I can't remember exactly, but if you Google right now Injustice 3 leaked, you'll find that there's videos and articles talking about the voice actors in question, Phil Lamar, Green Lantern and Aquaman, and George Newbern, Superman, teasing that a new Injustice game is in the works. But then they clarified that those comments were misunderstood and not to be taken as 100% truth. So it's still all just rumors. That leads us to my next point. Should there even be an Injustice 3? Now, you're probably thinking right now, JCG, what are you talking about? Of course there should be an Injustice 3. You yourself want it to happen. And yes, you would be correct. I love the Injustice games. I love the DC Universe franchise and these characters. These games, along with Mortal Kombat and Smash Bros., were my first foray into the wider FGC and competitive gaming. With that said, why am I hesitant about a third installment? Well, it's not because I changed my mind on liking the games. In fact, I would be one of the biggest supporters of a third game if it did happen, and I would basically make non-stop content about it on my channel. No, the reason I'm not sure if an Injustice 3 should be greenlit is because the current state of WB games. We all know what's been going on. WB games are a complete disaster right now. I've talked about Monolith Studios getting shut down and the Wonder Woman video game being cancelled. I don't think I even mentioned that there was a Flash video game that was supposed to happen, but that was cancelled due to the god-awful Ezra Miller movie from 2023, pretty much being a financial abomination for Warner Brothers. Do I even need to talk about the embarrassment that was the Suicide Squad game? We of course all know what happened with Mortal Kombat 1. A game that isn't bad, to be honest, but got screwed over by WB wanting NRS to rush out a new Mortal Kombat game and going too far with the microtransactions. Granted, NRS themselves are part of the blame for why that game wasn't a hit. Still, WB and their direction is hurting both games and developers. And it's because of situations like MK1 and Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League that make me concerned for a possible Injustice 3. Knowing Warner Brothers games, they'll pressure NRS to not only make it yet another live service fighting game, but they'll basically say that the game needs to come out at a specific time and rush NRS to ship out an unfinished, unpolished, bare bones fighting game that won't be looked at fondly until years down the line. So the question now remains, Injustice 3 may or may not happen, but if it doesn't happen, what should be the next NRS fighter? Well, to be honest folks, I don't know. There's other arguments you could make for why another Injustice shouldn't happen. One of those is that people are tired of the evil Superman trope that's been done to death in other mediums, which is valid. If Injustice isn't on the table, then maybe we could have a DC fighting game that takes place not on Earth where Superman is a tyrant, but how about on the primary Earth in the mainline DC continuity. There's a comic event happening right now called DCKO, where the premise is literally pitting different DC characters against each other in a fighting tournament. They could easily adapt that into a video game. If not that, then there is another but less likely option they could attempt. A second Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe game. But it's M-rated this time, and they utilize more DC characters who can actually get away with killing. I might just have to make a separate video on that topic. The main point of this video is this. Injustice 3 is the talk of the town, at least within the NRS fighting game community. But nobody genuinely knows if it's going to come to fruition, and people like me are not sure if it even should happen. Trust me, I would love to see a proper conclusion for this series. I want Injustice 3 to be a reality someday. I just don't want the powers that own it to possibly destroy it and the dev team who will design it in the process. I'd rather we get no DC fighting game, at least for a minute, than to get a DC fighting game but it ends up being underwhelming as the final result. So yeah, I don't know what could happen with NetherRealm Studios. I don't know what their next project could be. Nobody knows if the next Mortal Kombat or Injustice 3 are actually coming. But for right now, all we can do is speculate. But that's the video for today. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video, folks. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Tell me down below, do you want a third Injustice game? Or should NRS move into a different direction? And while you're at it, hit the subscribe button and join the lounge. Cause in 2026, there's going to be a whole lot more videos on the way. Thank you all so much for helping me reach my goal of 200 subscribers. Let's see if we can make it to 300 next year. God bless you guys. Stay safe. Happy New Year. I'll see you next time. Deuces.